Hello guys, welcome again to the new episode of Pinoy in Australia. Today what we have is a Honda CR-V 2000 year model. This one is 4x4 model. So this vehicle have multiple issue. One of the issue is it has a humming noise at the back of the vehicle. So we're going to check whether the rear wheel bearing or the rear differential is causing the noise at the back. And it has also a noise coming from the front of the vehicle. So my suspect is either the AC compressor, the alternator, or the high pressure pump of the power steering. So we are going to check one by one those components, whether they are the cause of the problem. And this one also have issue with the brake pads. So the brake pad is around 2 to 3 millimeter. Most of the vehicle manufacturer recommend to replace the brake pads at 1 millimeter. Guys, join me how to diagnose and replace the brake pads of this vehicle. Okay guys, we will check the wheel bearing of the left hand rear, whether the condition still good or bad, because I'm suspecting that this wheel bearing is the cause of the noise. So let's turn it. So it does a humming noise. The wheel bearing of this one is already worn out, so we're going to check the other side. So this is the right hand rear. This is also a noise here on the side, but not as loud on the other side. So what we are going to do is we are going to recommend recommend to the owner that we need to replace both sides. This one also already have noisy bearing, but not as bad as on the left hand side. Okay guys, we are going to check also the differential, whether it also causing a noise. Okay guys, that is the differential. I'm going to turn the wheel and check whether it also causing noise. Okay guys, right now I cannot hear any noise at the rear differential. So what we are going to do first is we will do some kind of elimination. We will recommend first to the owner to replace the both rear wheel bearing. Then after that we will rotate the vehicle and we will check whether there's some more noise left on the rear part of the vehicle, but I'm pretty sure that there is a humming noise coming from the left and rear wheel bearing. So basically, when we replace the wheel bearing, we don't only replace one side, we both replace them because the life of the wheel bearing have the same lifespan. Okay guys, right now we are going to pull apart the left and rear wheel to replace the brake pads. Okay guys, in order to remove this brake caliper, what you need is you need to remove this 12mm head bolt. So the actual diameter of this bolt is 8mm. So this one is mounted here and screw on this portion. So once you remove these two bolts, you can pry out now the caliper. Here's the brake pads. This is now the brake pads. So as you can see, this is the outer part and this is the inner part. As you can see, the worn area of the brake pads is not the same as this one. So this left hand side or the outer side is more skinnier than the inner part. So this one is around 3 to 4mm, but the owner decided to replace it because the driver of the vehicle is an old lady, so nobody really can look after the vehicle for her. So she decided to replace the brake pads. Okay guys, right now the brake pads is no longer attached to the rotor disc, so we are going to rotate the left and rear and check whether the noise is really coming from the wheel bearing. So I'm going to close the camera so you can hear the noise. I hope the camera can pick up the noise. So it's very noisy. It's like the bearing is have metal to metal contact, no more grease. That's what it sounds like. This is the front wheel brake pads, so left and front. So same thing we're going to do with the rear. So in order to dismantle the brake pads of this vehicle, you need to remove this bolt. The two bolts that you need to remove, this one and another one here in the bottom here, this one. So once you remove those two bolts, you can pry out the caliper so you can replace the brake pads. Yeah, this one is 40. Okay, we need just to pry in this area. So, okay, so now we have managed to remove the caliper. This is the brake pads. Guys, this front brake pads is really worn, so I think it's less a millimeter left on the brake pads. Yeah. So we're going to compare with the new one. Let's check whether we get the right parts. Okay guys, let's see whether it will fit. Okay guys, it's the same. Yep, we have the same brake pads guys. That's 100% the same. Okay guys, our next thing we need to do is to compress the piston. So we can use the old brake caliper, the old brake pads to push back the piston. It's much easier to push back the piston if we remove the cap or loosen the cap of the brake reservoir. Okay guys, if you're going to replace the brake pads, make sure you also lubricate the sliding pin of the brake caliper. Sometimes they're giving lots of trouble to the vehicle when this is. So sliding pin of the brake caliper can cause uneven worn out of the brake pads. So when you see a brake pads that have a much thinner or skinnier brake pads on one side and the other side is much thicker, so the cause of that problem is this sliding pin. So make sure that every time you do a brake pads replacement, make sure you lubricate the sliding pin. Put some grease on the hole where the pin goes in. So once you put it in, make it turn. Keep it turning till the grease inside will spread out. Okay guys, if you're going to replace the brake pads, make sure also that you check the rotor disc, especially this portion. So if there's a lip on this area, you need to file the edge of these brake pads, because there are more times that this thing cause the squeaking noise during application of the brakes. And also on the other side. Okay guys, we're going to replace the wheel hub of this Honda CR-V. So the first thing that we need to do is to remove the bolt of the brake pads carrier. These two bolts, this one and this one. Then after that, we need to remove the brake drum. So actually this is a rotor disc, and it also have a drum type handbrake. So we need to remove this one. So once we pull the brake drum or the rotor disc, we need to remove this axle nut. guys, these are the two parts. The one on the top is the old one. The one on the bottom is the new one. So we're going to install the new parts now in the vehicle. Guys, we're going to install the new parts. Just make sure that everything is clean. Already blown air on this area, so all the dust coming from the brake pads will be cleaned out. So let's put it on. Once you inserted the new wheel hub, see, once you manage to put the new wheel hub, there is a screw at the back. That's the one that I had shown you earlier. So I'm going to focus my camera on that area. I had missed to show in the video how to uncrack this one, uncrack the bolt, because the memory of the camera is already full. So I had erased some files so I can record. I can do the continuation of the recording of the repair of this wheel hub. So it's almost the same when it comes to installing and dismantling the wheel hub. Just reverse the process. Once you hand tight the bolts, use the ratchet to partially tighten it. Then you will go to use a torque wrench. We're going to torque the bolt into 72 foot-pounds. after that, guys, we're going to put back the ABS sensor. Before installing that, make sure that the sensor is clean. And after that, guys, you need to put back the bracket of the hydraulic hose of the brake caliper. Remove this bracket, this bracket, so we can have access with the bolt of the wheel hub. Okay guys, now you can put back the center nut. In my case, I'm going to reuse the old one, but it must be better if we're going to replace the axle wheel center nut. This is the real axle nut. If you can find the nut, new nut, you can buy new one. But it must be better to replace it. But in my case, I don't have the new one, so I'm going to reuse the old one. So we're going to torque it into 181 foot-pounds. bend the center nut of the axle. This is the lock. Then after that, we can put back the rotor disc. So there is a hole there, seatless hole. It should be aligned on this hole here. After that, guys, we're going to put back the carrier of the brake caliper, this one. Just lubricate the sliding pin of the caliper first before installing it. We're going to replace the brake pads of this one too. Okay guys, we're going to torque the brake pads carrier into 79 foot-pounds. Then we are going to put the new brake pads. These brake pads have some kind of holder. You should put this holder inside the piston of the brake caliper. Okay guys, let's check to see whether we have an improvement. So the only thing I can hear right now is the sound of the rubbing of brake pads to the rotor disc. You know, the sound before that coming from the bearing is no longer there. So definitely we had to fix the problem, guys. Okay guys, that's how you replace the real wheel hub of Honda CR-V 2007 year model. And I also shown you how to replace the brake pads, and I already show you some hints how to prevent squeaking on the new brake pads. So all you have to do is to grind the edge of the new brake pads. You only do that if the edge of the rotor disc is already have a lip. But if the rotor disc still flat, you don't have to grind the edge of the brake pads. Okay guys, if you like this video, please subscribe to our channel and also press the like button and also press the notification bell so you will be notified every time I do a new video. Okay guys, see you in the next video guys.